We're at AP Bond, Contemporary and Aboriginal Art, at 139 McGill Road, Stepney. Well, this is work by Tom Moore, who's an Adelaide-based artist who's very well known nationally and also internationally. He explores organic sort of structures in his glass. Also this piece, for example, reminiscent of a potato. The eyes become human eyes or animal eyes. There's also a bit of fluidity about them with the tendrils sort of tapping away. This almost reminds you of something that'd come out of the ocean. And then on top of it, above the shelf, you have more of the potato sort of item, but you have this sort of palm tree coming out, so it's like a little desert atoll. So Tom's sort of exploring a bit about what's going above and what's going on below. Beautiful fantasy sort of works. Over here we have a couple of works by Tom Buchanan. Tom's a young Adelaide artist who's quite well known for doing urban landscapes, streetscapes, but he also likes to bring elements into the painting about what the land once was before it was settled. We have Roland Fraser's work. Roland Fraser's done a series of this man, which is actually a self-portrait. Roland can be quite macabre, his sort of stuff, but there's a lot of thought, and it sort of matches his personality. He's quite a deep-thinking young man and very, very talented. Here we have two beautiful works by Elizabeth Woysham. Elizabeth likes to explore relationships in her paintings, and most of them have two people in them. Some of the interiors have a bit of an Eastern European feel about them. I guess she's going back into her younger days growing up in Poland. She loves drawing hands and feet, and she doesn't spend a lot of time with faces. This is quite a recurring image that Elizabeth paints in the bath, and I can pretty much say that that's got a bit of Wendy Whiteley, sort of Brett Whiteley sort of thing going on there. Behind me I have two works by Eric May-Wisson. Eric is another young Adelaide artist that we've shown here for a few years. Quite often Eric's works will have words in them that reflect his emotions and things that are happening in his life. His works are quite compelling, usually dark, thick oils, brilliant stuff. Over here we have some works by Silvana Angelakis. Conceptual artist, Adelaide-based again. Silvana's made these mostly out of cotton wool buds, and they form a pixelated effect. On this panel we have a group of works by CJ Taylor. CJ is a graduate of the South Australian School of Art. He loves to look at old processes, and here he's revived a 19th century process called tintype. So that tintype was the first kind of almost cheap way of making a photograph. CJ's found these beautiful old frames and also these old brass inner frames from daguerreotypes. I think it's a stunning group of work, and it's just incredible that there's still people willing to work in this process. We have three small works here by Chelsea Lehman. Chelsea Lehman is very well known for exploring the female form in oil paintings. Does just meticulous and quite clever sort of composition and things like that. A real thinking artist. Chelsea's a finalist in the Sala Awards this year, and she's currently doing a bit of a study tour of France at the moment. We have a work here by Matthew Stuckey, who's an Adelaide-based artist with a graphics background. He's pictured here with three artificial limbs suspended on a line. Nothing in it really makes sense, and that's what's great about art. In this part of the gallery we have some works by Alec Baker. Alec is a 78-year-old Aboriginal man from Indalkna in the far north of South Australia. He paints in a more traditional style, perhaps more reminiscent of the early works that came out of Papunya in the mid-1970s. He hasn't been affected by that sort of big extrapolation that seems to happen with Aboriginal art, where more distinct elements are made larger and more important parts of the painting. He still does his traditional sort of symbolisms and iconography.